Hi there students. In this video I want to look at the verb and noun graft. A graft, to graft. Well, I think first of all I'm going to look at this from a biological or a medical point of view. If you have a really bad burn, then the doctors can take some of the skin off another part of your body and graft it onto the area where you've been badly burnt. Normally you can have a skin graft. They also can do a bone graft as well. Okay, so it's to cut a piece off somewhere and stick it somewhere else. And that's in medicine. Now, I would also use this verb to graft in horticulture, in plants, in growing things. If you take a growing end and you cut it off and you put it onto a different root, then very often the two will join together and grow. So, for example, very often the roots of some plants are very weak and you want much stronger roots. So maybe you've got a really delicious tasting apple, but it doesn't produce very much. It doesn't have very good roots. So you take a piece of the delicious tasting one that's growing and you graft it, you join it. Effectively you cut the two, you stick them together and you wrap it round and the two join to that, and that is also to graft. Yeah, so a plant or a tree is grafted together. They're joined together so that they can become one tree. So you've got the roots and the bit growing, and they are different. For example, you could even graft a pear tree onto the root of a quince. A quince is another plant. It's similar, but it's not a pear. Okay. I've also seen this where they graft various different things. For example, you have an orange tree, and on that you could graft lemons and limes. So you could have orange, lemon and lime on the same plant. It's a bit of a Frankenstein, but that's to graft, to join together. Now come the problems. For me as a Brit, graft means hard work. Okay, so the only way to learn English is hard graft, labour, industry, effort, working hard. But the problem with that is, in American, graft in politics is using your power or authority to obtain money dishonestly. Yeah, so I'll give you a license if you give me a 25% share of the company. Okay, so in American, graft is talking about corruption in politics, using your power or authority to get money, but in a dishonest way. Whereas in British English, graft, it's more informal, is a word for hard work. Yeah, so to create a good YouTube channel is hard graft. It's not easy. It's not something that comes. Yeah, many politicians all over the world believe graft is a good way to make money. Yeah, another politician who has been accused of graft. So to join two things together, a skin graft, a graft of a stem onto a plant. To graft or graft, uncountable, hard work. To graft, or an uncountable noun, graft, in American, corruption, you using your influence and power to get money. And then we can also use this verb graft just to mean to join two things together. So, for example, you could graft two systems together. You could graft one idea or one system onto another to join the two together. This is to try to join them. So the new boss of the company was happy with the way the company was working, but he wanted to graft some of his own ideas, some of his own ways of doing things, to graft some of his own methods onto the existing system, to graft one thing onto another. Okay, so to join together, to join two concepts together, to effectively stick them together. Okay, so to join things, this is the idea of metaphorically. So let's see, what about formality? Okay, a skin graft or grafting with plants, I would say 6 in formality, use anywhere. Hard graft, hard work, 3.5 in formality. Use in an informal conversation, semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing, maybe not. That's graft meaning hard work. Graft meaning corruption. Graft to get money or gifts. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5 in the formality. Use informally, use in a semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing. And then to graft two things together, to join together, I think 5 in formality. Use absolutely anywhere. Now, what about some origin? Okay, this grafting with plants comes from I think probably an old French greffe, or a stylus, from Latin graphum, something to write with. And I think that's because when you cut your piece of tree to join it, it's in the shape of a pencil. Then okay, to obtain money illegally. I think this is probably from a grafter, which comes from the American word grift, and grift means to cheat people. So, I don't know, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Graft.